Okay, so let's get to work. So we're about to get into a very intentional conversation. Is the mic off now? We're about to get into a very intentional conversation, so let me just frame what we're about to do. One of the most important elements of evolving any brand is that the leadership are on board, and actually how the leadership are being with the evolution of a brand is mission critical. Okay? So with Full Potential Branding, we're looking at the leaders as much as we are the brand, as much as the culture that we want to create as leaders moving forward. So we're going to focus on leadership in this conversation. The brand evolution is going to be revealed over time, starting this evening, going into tomorrow, but our role here this afternoon, and all of us together, is to be completely prepared as leaders for what this means for the organization and how we're being as this unfolds over the next 24 hours. Now, as an organization gets to prime, we are more disciplined. We have longer time horizons to work towards. So what's lovely about how the organization is evolving over the last 2 years is that this adolescence to prime language that we used. Well, what did that mean? So with adolescence, you know, there's a lot of enthusiasm, there's a lot of energy, but it's a bit uncoordinated. So things don't always happen in the optimum way. Whereas as we mature as an organization and we want to create extraordinary results, then we just get a little bit more disciplined. We get more systematic, we get more consistent in how we operate. And how we operate as a leadership group is all part of that. So what I'd like to invite everyone into is a conversation that has been on this, what we call like a cascade. So the top secrets of amazing global brands is that they spend time getting people ready as leaders for when something like this happens. So that we're not like, oh, what is this? We may not know the content, but we appreciate the context. Because as leaders, people will look to us for our reaction. And our reaction has to be one that shows we're ready for this, we embrace it, and game on. Okay? So we're going to have some conversations that get us really prepared. And I was talking over the last couple of days, and you've heard me talk at Sundance and things like that, is that 93%, I don't know how they work this out, you may have heard me say this before, I'm still bamboozled by it, but 93% of our communication is non-verbal. 7% are the words. So 93% of what we say comes from how we are being. And that's what we're getting ready for. We're getting ready to be very resourceful and very powerful so that all of the questions that may come our way over the next 24 hours plus, we will handle them in a really resourceful way. So what we're about to do is we're about to get into some amazing campfire circles to begin that process. Because this isn't going to come from me, because this is the evolution of your brand, designed by you, for you. So we have the Business Alacrity team who are going to lead some circles so that when we share our stories and our experiences, we'll then review them together and get ready for what's coming. So this will be an exercise in logistics that will be very, very interesting. So these are the instructions, okay? We have the Alacrity team members in pairs who are going to host these circles. And what I'm going to ask you guys to do is kind of spread out around the room in a space. And I'm going to ask you to go to leaders who maybe you're not so familiar with, if you've got the opportunity to get into a dialogue with them. But actually, what we're going to aim for is groups of similar size. And they'll be quite intimate in terms of the numbers of people that we're going to have in each group. What we'll have to do is kind of move the chairs so we can be sat in a circle. So this might take a few minutes to do. But if you camp out literally around the room and form these circles, so you know, you may have to pick up